As the school year begins, an Oklahoma mother is fighting to make fentanyl education for students in 6th through 12th grades mandatory. For Karla Carlock, this is personal as she lost her daughter Rain to fentanyl poisoning. Here to talk about her story further is Karla herself. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
As mentioned, for you, this is personal as you lost your daughter Rain to fentanyl poisoning. Before we get to the crux of the issue, tell us more about who Rain was.
Oh, Rain was such a kind person. She had a big heart. She was so creative. We're a military family, so we moved around a lot. And with each move, it got more difficult for her to adjust. And so she started struggling with depression and anxiety, but she was trying, and she was a freshman in school to be a teacher.
And I'm sure this is so difficult for you because, especially today, it is Fentanyl Prevention and Awareness Day, August 21st. For you, how did you first learn about fentanyl and its dangers? Was it before or after your daughter's passing?
Well, I'm a nurse and I've always heard of fentanyl, but I didn't realize the severity of it until it hit our home. And then I started researching it, and I'm like, wow, there's so many kids that have lost their life to fentanyl, and more needs to be done because if it can happen to my family, it can happen to anyone's.
And you were recently at the White House for President Trump's signing of the Halt Fentanyl Act. How did that experience shape your motivation going forward?
Well, it was definitely an honor to be there, but the reason why we were all there was just so heartbreaking. All I kept picturing was like my daughter's face and all the faces of the kids that have lost their life due to one pill or just anything that was related to fentanyl. And I just thought, man, something needs to be done. And so I am going to try to use my heartache to motivate me to make sure no one else has to go through this.
Of course, and it's my understanding you're helping put on an event at the Capitol this evening. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, there's going to be a group of us getting together at the state capitol for a candlelight vigil. We're going to bring photos of our children and our loved ones, and we're just going to honor them and kind of bring remembrance and just, spread awareness about how easily this poison is and how it's killing so many people. Like the day Rain passed away, she Googled that night, what does a generic Xanax look like? So I feel like, she inside, she knew something wasn't right, but she thought, hey, it looks real. So it's probably safe. And I think kids need to realize like how dangerous it is. And even if it looks real, it's probably not.
And can you walk us through the bill you're working on in Oklahoma and what the response has been like?
So I'm trying to get a law passed called Rain's Law. It's House Bill 1484, and it would require fentanyl education in grades 6 through 12. Right now, it's gone through the Senate and passed, and it went through the House and passed, and the Senate Ed Committee, but it hasn't actually been heard in the Senate floor yet, and we're just waiting for that. And so far, it's passed. I just hope they hear it and it gets put into law this time around.
And for parents listening right now, what steps would you say can they take to protect their children from fentanyl?
I just think they need to talk to them and let them know you can't even take a Tylenol from someone. And just make sure whenever they are going through something that they need to realize that you can't just reach out to your friend or just someone else and they can't fall into peer pressure because growing up people would learn, might try drugs and they would learn and they'd learn from their mistakes, but kids today don't get that chance. It just takes one time and they're going to lose their life or they have a high chance of it with this fentanyl out.
And what's your personal message to not just parents, but adolescents who may be watching right now? What would you tell them?
I would tell them that just even when you're going through something hard, don't even risk it because Rain called me on a Friday night and told me she wasn't doing well. And I told her, hey, I'll call Monday and we'll get you back into counseling. And I found her and I told her the day before she passed away that, hey, God has big plans for your life. You're going to be an amazing teacher one day. And she never got that chance. And so now I'm trying to use her story to educate children because she wanted to be an educator and this isn't how we wanted it to be. But I want them to remember that, hey, she never gets to wake up and grow up, and you have a chance to because you're still here. So just make sure that when you are going through something, talk to your parents, talk to someone at the school. And if there is someone that's trying to sell you something or give you something, just remember that there are so many kids that have passed away.
We know that this is an issue that's affecting, doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on, this is affecting Americans and their children, as you mentioned. And we want to thank you for doing your part in educating the public about this and advocating for this so there won't be another child who dies from fentanyl poisoning. Karla Carlock, thank you so much again for telling your story and for telling us more about who Rain was. Thank you so much again for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.